Oh cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese. From the hard and the soft to the blue and the white. You're a cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, you're a cheese.
evening, everybody, and wrong button. Oh, I better get my stream. Typical, my stream deck's crashed before we just started. Again. Welcome in there, Collector and Mr. V. 2 seconds, turns off stream deck. Gets ready to turn it on. But welcome in there,
I hear you're quite the star pilot in Farthest Frontiers. Careful, or I might start calling you the Queen of the Cosmos. But beware, I might just steal your spaceship for a quick joyride.
Queen of the Cosmos, Mr. V. But welcome in there once again, Collector, Mr. Smith, and Mr. V. Is this working now? Does that go red? That went red, so it's working now. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Since we last played Farthest Frontier, they've had their 1.0 release, so we're going to start a whole new world again. Last time I think we did it seems to be like we do 2 streams and then we restart the world. But let's fire it up. We're going to play it on. I'm not interested in the combat side of it, so I'm turning that on. Terrain size possibly medium. Easy mode. Custom. Nice valley. Okay. And we're going to have to go with Cheddarton as well there. Yeah, I think she must think it's Star Trek, Mr. V. An evening there, Colt, as well, and welcome in there, mate. Yeah, we're going to set it on. We'll set it on this one there. Lots of starting resources, lots of wildlife. I was trying to think of names, and I just very quickly pulled Cheddarton from the thing, so we're gonna go with that one there. I'm not interested in the combat.
Hello, I have been born.
Or Mr. Smith being born. So we're gonna put it in pacifist mode because I've got no interest in the combat side of it. Just want to build a town. Long live. This is Cheddarton before it becomes more industrialised on your world, Mr. Smith. This is the dawn of Cheddarton. We're rolling out somewhere tomorrow. We've got a surprise trip tomorrow. I meant to ask you as well, Collector, when you were last when you last joined us, you said that there was, or evening maximum welcome in. You said that you had just not long moved house. I was going to ask you if you're getting all settled into your new place. Is it far from where you used to live, or is it relatively local where you've moved to?
Some of us decided that it was time to leave. That we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death.
Interested to see if there's any major differences as well in this from the last time.
The journey wasn't
I got a funny feeling there's probably not that big a change. There was a few things I would have liked to have seen for balance-wise changed, but I doubt they would have done it. Evening, JD, welcome in. How are you doing tonight as well, JD? Are you recovering? Or are you still enjoying yourself, having a relaxing time watching watching films?
Did you know Mr. Smith's been sneaking around Minecraft, trying to build a secret fortress? Or perhaps he's just hiding from the harmonica of doom. It spreads love and dysentery in a very friendly way.
Love and dysentery. Yeah, we're going to have to write some little stories between the 2 towns. The tale of 2 Cheddartons, Mr. Smith. All settled, still in the place where I was, but more out of the way
I'm here
of
because I've
the
secretly
village,
hacked
the
into
peaceful
your Minecraft world. Just kidding. Or am I? Maybe I've got a tiny spy drone in your hovel. Either way, I'm just here to keep the stream fun and safe. No covert operations needed.
Not yet, anyway, Ada. That's good. You're settling in though to the new place, though. Smith's gonna cry now. Just stop working after a few minutes.
I can't directly message at the Collector 30, but I can tell you that Mr. Blobby is a quirky, blobby character from the UK, famous for his zany antics on TV. Want me to tell you more or help with something else?
I think we're going to regenerate this map. Reroll map. There we go. There was no water supply immediately, so we're going to re-roll until we get a water supply. Yeah, I've been having... It just seems to be the running thing, JD. Twitch is just broken. Broken all round. I blame Gary. But I hope you've... I don't know if it might have cut out before, but I said, JD, I hope you're feeling a bit better today. Or have you been snoozing in bed watching movies? Oh, speaking of movies, was it last night? It might have been last night or night before. This week's movie night is going to be the classic comedy Airplane. While we listen to the call of the Squeaky Bottle King. Yeah, man. I know it wants to load. Any day now. Is there some music playing in the background? Because I didn't have time to check. I don't even know what record is playing today. For the background. I don't know if it's something that we made new, or if it's one of the old ones. I can't remember if I updated it. Okay, what we got here? Snow. A little bit of water, but it doesn't look very fishy. It is playing, is it, Mr. V? Awesome. I could not remember. I'll build my own sound track with blackjack and hookers. I'm going to re-roll the map again because we need a better water supply next to us. It's just going to be a faff. Just be a right faff. Evening, Happy Cat Lady. Welcome in. Happy Cat was bragging that she managed to get 3 hours of sleep last night. Just the lucky one, I think.
He sacrificed rags, and now the plums must pay. Oh, Mr. Smith, the engines cry. You load the match beneath the sky, but backward wheels define your soul. Reverse again, no self-control. You never flip, you never score. Just backward rolls across the floor. The clock strikes 2, the fight begins, but your team already lost again. The discord call begins to ring. Too soon, too fast, what shame you bring. Before 3, your voice is heard. Defeat confirmed without a word. Rex is dead, kind of lies. JD waits for what fate gives. The blows must fall on sacred stone. For sins you carry all alone. Oh, Rocket League, you cruel domain. Ban him once and bang again. Reverse serial, you're full of flame. Own goals tally in your name. You type calculated with a grin as your final loss sinks deep within. The sacred rule you always break. If you return before match stake, before 3 bells you're marked by shame. Another tournament lost in vain. You chose Kaiden over Rex, and now the stars reject you. JD watches, JD waits. JD wants more. Rex is dead, and Kaiden thrives, but not within 1,000 lives. Mr. Smith, reverse your fate, or meet the plumber-reducing gate. Try forever, shame and pride and fractured grace. For every match you failed to win,
Haha, Gary!
another tribute must begin. Reverse eternal, cursed and free. The ghost of Rex still watches thee.
Cheddarton has finally been founded. But welcome in there, Gary. I didn't want to interrupt the record. Welcome in, Gary. And what I was going to say as well there before it started, yeah. Oh, hang on a second. Harvest resource. Yeah, we know about all that stuff. Yeah, just harvest me all this stuff. We're going to build stuff here in a minute. We've got to get this thing built first. Hopefully. Hang on, what was I going to say there? Oh, yeah. I was going to say, what things have you been watching on YouTube, JD? And I was going to ask you as well, JD, did you continue watching any more of the Witcher? I can't remember if you had said that you had watched the first episode of Lesser Hemsworth. Yes, we did. We got the oven fixed this afternoon. I can't remember what time. I think it was something like 4:30 or something. Maybe it's when he came. I can't quite remember. But yeah, 78 quid. New element was needed. He showed us on the old one where it had failed. But yeah, it's back working now, so we can now cook food. Yay! And not just irradiate it in the radiation booth. Yes, Collector, I was looking at that. I was looking at your tea before there. Where are we at? Oh, hang on, I'll just dismiss my own notification. Only pans. Feeding time. What else have we got in here? I love black pudding. What's the other ones as well? Oh, actually, just thinking as well whilst I'm in here as well. We have to bridge the gap for a couple of streams between when we finish Cyberpunk and start what's it called again? Thingamajig. In the
Once, incognito Asmith 501 sneaked into the cookie jar. Just as the clock struck midnight, a flash of sparkled cheese lights revealed him. Turns out, his impeccable timing was to avoid the Cookie Monster's watchful eye. Legend.
Watch out for the Cookie Monster, Mr. Smith. But yeah, to bridge the gap for a couple of streams from when we finish Cyberpunk and start Red Dead Redemption 2, because there's going to be a little gap in between during the Christmas and New Year period. There's no point in streaming a game for 1 week and then coming back to it like 3 weeks later. So we're going to play Animal Crossing for a few Fridays. Plus, with being Friday, it means that we get to listen to a naked dog sing outside of a community centre whilst a bear and is she a rabbit or something like that, are banging on the desk. I mean, that's Animal Crossing for you. You put the cookies back. What was it? It's spacebar to pause. I was just checking to see what those are. Are we good to build stuff now? What was the button for paths? Dirt road, that must be it, okay.
Sorry, I can't reach out to specific users directly. But if you'd like to ask the Collector 30 a question about museums, pop it in chat. I'm happy to help craft a good one.
Press the N key for roads. That makes sense. JD has redeemed a scarf. How many more members of your family do we have the scarf, JD? Oh, double scarf. That'll be good timing, JD. Because I'm next week I'm gonna be prepping parcels to be sending to various international locations. Because I want to make sure they get, that they get there in time for Christmas. So there'll be some shortbread and frazzles on the way to you for Christmas time as well, JD. But yeah, we'll have a look and we'll see what scarves we've got, and we'll see what wool I've got as well. If we'll do a hat as well. I'll pop a hat in for you as well, JD. But I'll let you choose the colours that you'd like for your hat. But we'll have a chat at some point if you're about on Discord. Jump in a call and we'll have a look. Are you still recovering as well, there, JD? Have you had to go to classes, or have you been able to do remote for the past the past week when you've not been well? What was it? The tab rotates the house. Okay, 2, 3. I probably shouldn't have done 3, but what are you gonna do? Oh, look at that! Is this land? Does that mean this land's unfertile? Location desirability crap. Okay. It's Gary's fault. Amenities. I don't want to build a shrine. Storage. I'll tell them to slap a stockyard down because we're going to need it. But what I also need, if I can remember where it is, that's the one. I'm going to just stick a well here, I suppose, for now. And what we'll do is we'll stick a couple of roads temporarily in there and let them build for a few minutes. You managed it from home, that's alright, JT. Did you
anything?
So did you do like your presentation from home, or did you just go in for that bit and then been recovering the rest of the time? Dirt roll information. Oh yeah. We don't need that. They're building houses at the minute, so they'll crack on with a bit of that. What was it for resource gathering button again? Harvest resource. I can't see it. It's so small. H. Yeah, we want to get some more of these trees on the choppy. Let's do that. In all fairness, we're going to need this all cut down as well, so they might as well get cracking. Then we that bit, then people... then pop back home. Pop back home so that you can sit and enjoy Lesser Hemsworth in The Witcher. Rotate. We'll slap that down there as well. Hopefully that road will connect to that. It didn't look like it was going to. And they'll crack on with those. To be honest, Season 3 wasn't that impressive, I felt, JD. Because it felt more like a series of Game of Thrones than it did a season of The Witcher. What was the thing to get this to move? I think it's that one there. I just want to get that just out there. It doesn't really affect anything, but it'd just be tidier if it was out of the way. Now we've got to wait for these guys to finish digging up all this stuff. Is there anything else that we do? Production, Hunter's Cabin, Forager Shack. Over here is probably going to be better for the forager. There's a greater diversity over here. But I'll place. This is going to look different to the way I normally kind of lay these out, but, you know. It's a new world. Cheddarton's a crazy place. That was what they were going for. They wanted it to be a new... And we all wanted something fresh and new. To be honest, most of the things... I mean, has there been any movie this year which has actually been interesting in any way? Has anyone seen anything new this year that was actually a good film? I'm going to get somebody to walk around the outside of the perimeter and just get a bit more of the map. Because I think that even, you know, the MCU, the Marvel films, for me, when Endgame finished, I mean, there was a couple of movies in the run-up to Endgame which were not particularly good. But after Endgame, it just seemed like they were just throwing anything at the fan to see what stuck. And the movies have not been good. Yeah, that's not a movie, though. That's not a movie, Gary. But yeah, yes, the John Candy documentary was really good. But there's been no like shows or anything that have been any that have like felt interesting. And you know, I love the Tron movies. I haven't seen the new Tron, but I've been told that it was not very good, in a word. But I still want to see it. I'll make up my own mind for it. Have I put that the other way? Oh, it doesn't really matter. Housing shortage. I know that there's a housing shortage. What's... Oh, that's right. I forgot there's a new Predator film, isn't there? Is that actually out, or is that still coming out? I imagine that's going to be on Disney Plus, because I think they've got all the all the alien stuff is all on theirs, isn't it? These guys are really taking their time knocking down these trees, aren't they? Choppy. Yeah, that's another one that I've still yet to see, is the Alien Earth. We started watching Andor. We'd seen Andor season 1 whenever it came out, but we haven't seen Andor season 2 yet. So we've started watching season 1 again. We've watched the first like 5 or 6 episodes of season 1 again. They just finished the bank heist. That's where we left it when we were watching it yesterday. So the payroll heist. So we've still got the bit where he's locked in the prison to where to come. Firewood is a critical resource, yes we know. Use firewood, a large town or village may need travel long distances in the cold to reach. Yeah. We know. We've restarted this a dozen times. Yeah, Spaceballs 2. The search for more money. I've seen season 2, but the first one... Oh, sorry, I haven't seen season 2 even. Most of the series is as well. I mean, I think the Marvel series is, and with the exception of Agent Carter and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Disney mini-series that they've done for Marvel have all been pants. And what's the we were talking about this the other day, weren't we, the Skeleton Crew thing? Because we've not seen the Skeleton Crew one yet. Probably not going to. From the Star Wars ones. Straight to the dungeon, Gary. What's this one? This guy that wants water. We'll build your bloody well. What was I saying there? Yeah, don't pipe horse it. What was it? The Mandalorian. That kind of seemed to like it seemed to be like all over the shop. Plus, as well, they made other series which were under different names, but were basically just The Mandalorian. Evening, Dover Keenan, welcome in. You join us as we are very, very slowly starting to build our new settlement of Cheddarton. But welcome in there, mate. We enjoy Jesse Jones. Are those newer ones, or are those the older ones? Have they done any newer ones of those two? JD? Because I think I've seen bits and bobs of the Jesse Jones. I've never seen any of the Daredevil. I haven't seen the movies as well. You know, like the older movies of the Daredevil one. I've never seen those before either. Mr. Smith's going to put the kettle on. You better be quick with our cup of tea, otherwise we'll get Happy Cat to slap him with a baseball bat. But they did do. Oh, they've done another Daredevil one. I've never even seen the first, or even the movies. But I think it was it not Ben Affleck in the movies? And I will not watch a Ben Affleck movie. Technically, I'll watch Armageddon, but he's not the star in that, even though he thinks he is. That's a Bruce Willis movie, no matter what anyone says, or whatever that bell end says, anyway. So tell me what's new in this now that it's a full. Well, they changed the version number from 0. something to 1.0. Gary. I would say this icon is different. That's the one that's just off screen up here. That's a different icon to what it was before. And the tutorial pop-up text seemed a little bit more detailed. All I know is it's Bruce. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, I'd definitely put it on your watch list for when you get the opportunity, because it is a good movie. Skeleton Crew is not great, and I was disappointed in season 2 of. Oh yeah! I be honest, I completely forgotten about that. It was only like last month, Gary, that we watched season 2 of The Sandman, and it was such a struggle to watch because it was just rubbish. More people await word to join your things. Yeah. We'll just accept more slaves. More slaves, everyone. Happy Cat can keep them in line with the baseball bat because it's baseball bat time, Happy. Well, my advice, if you've seen season 1, Dovahkiin, of The Sandman, you've definitely seen the best of it. Don't be in too much of a rush to watch season 2. It didn't know where it wanted to go, and it seems like they didn't know what they were doing with it. I'll be honest, I think the only good episode of that whole season was probably the last one, because the last episode of season 1 they did something completely different. Like half of the last episode was animated, which with the cats, but in the final episode of season 2. They go off with a different character and you'll follow a story with them. And I thought that was far better than all the previous episodes. Yeah, we've caught up on a lot of shows recently as well. Yeah, and Wednesday, season 2, we only watched that a few weeks ago as well. We were kind of delayed because it took us weeks to get through season season 2 of The Sandman because, as I say, it was just so boring. But yeah, we watched season 2 of Wednesday as well. There, I enjoyed that one as well. That one, I would put that as okay. I think season 1 I would say was better. And I'm assuming that if they're doing a season 3, it's not going to be in Nevermore.
Sure. How about this? Asterisk, Dovakian05, you make my world brighter every time. I never want to let you go, you've got my heart, and I think I like it here with you. Asterisk. Always safe, always sweet.
What AIDA said. Don't know if there are any cat episodes after the first cat episode, but the first one was that like season that last one, the season there, yeah, it was a good one. The animated cat one, I like that. But season 1 of The Sandman was really good. You know, they did a good job of it. Why is it taking these lot so long to build anything? Yeah, I enjoyed David Tennant as the main thing, of course, I've seen him is Doctor Who. I still haven't seen the newer Doctor Who's. I've only seen up to Capaldi. I really, really enjoyed Capaldi's Doctor. He might be my favourite. But I haven't seen beyond that because they're not on Netflix. And I was not paying £25 to £30 for half a season. So that was me out. So I haven't seen beyond the point where Capaldi regenerates into the I can't remember her name that took over it. But yeah, I've never seen any of her episodes. Wednesday season 2 was a bit Thursday. Yeah, that's. There we go. We're starting to get some of these structures built now, at least. And get that bloody scavengey thing made. Welcome, travellers. Yes. Welcome, travellers. Let me enslave you. Need any more houses? Yeah, we're going to need more houses. Alright, we're making this a little bit different. So I'm going to read the tutorial. Technology tree. Oh, hang on. That's not something I've ever seen before. This must be something new. As people adapt to their surroundings, discover new things. Okay, let's go to the town centre for that. Toggle Garrison Village. We've got it on peaceful mode because I don't want to. I'm not interested in combat. I'm going to have to leave a little bit of a gap here before I build some more houses, because I want to put a marketplace in there. Actually, pause the game for a minute. Have I unlocked marketplaces yet? Probably not. Research this technology via the... Oh, right, so... Right, there's a tech tree, and I can't remember where it said it was now. Haven't seen any of the Doctor Who... oh, you haven't seen them in order. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're now available on BBC iPlayer. I know that some of the classic ones are because I was watching some of them about 6 months ago. David Tennant is the bad guy in the Just... Oh, is he in that one as well? There's another series that I'm always seeing adverts for, him with this other fella. I've never seen it though. But there's him and this other fella that seem to pop up in like loads of adverts together for another show. and one of the yeah. He was in the Goblet of Fire, briefly, I would say, because you only see him in like a few little bits. But he said, "Oh, right, T is flattened terrain, and not the tech thing." Maybe this is it.
Dovakian05, in the depths of my soul, I tremble with the height of passion for you. Your presence ignites a fire inside me that even dragons would envy. Care to stoke this flames together?
So, have you watched Doctor Who to the same point that I have, Gary? I couldn't watch any more because it wasn't on Netflix, and there was no way at the time I was paying like 25-30 quid for half of a season and then having to pay another 25-30 quid for the other half when it came out. So, no. Not when there was only like a dozen episodes. They can stick that up their ass. Good Omen. I think, yeah, that's the fella, JD. I've never seen it, but I have seen like clips and an absolute shit ton of trailers for it. But I think this is something new. I don't remember us going into a tech tree last time. Ooh, taxation. So, have I got points to be able to spend? Knowledge available, 1. Okay. Defensive barricades don't matter. Spotter doesn't really matter. Adjustable shoes. Stone cutter. Work the mine, stone deposits. +2 resources gathering per forage source. Yeah, we want that for the food. Okay, can I confirm that? Okay, so yeah, we'll get a little bit more foragery. Yeah, I know that he's like gotten loads of bad press. To be honest, I have no idea why, because I don't really look into it. I don't know what he's done, but yeah, that's part of the reason I think for the Sandman season 2 being so crap. But yeah, he's been a dickhead by all accounts, it would seem. But half of the stuff with the celebrity, to be honest, I had no idea what they've done, because I don't pay attention to hardly any social media anymore. I can't bother. It's too much hard work. Another year it'll possibly be on Netflix. Is that the Doctor Who's? At the minute, there's no Doctor Who's on Netflix. They were taken. Well, there might be internationally, but not in the UK. They were pulled a couple of years ago. But I think that they may be on BBC iPlayer. And Mr. Smith has returned with the tea. What are you doing in my whatty? Oh, press the play button. Food production. Forager shack. Fishing shack. We'll get a fishing one in a minute. Smokehouse. We'll get a smokehouse next to it. Hunter's cabin. No, I didn't see any animals. So a hunter's cabin might not be the useful idea at the minute. Just deer somewhere around here. Get out of the way. But Mr. Smith is dishing out the teas, everybody. I'm going to put this shack here, and then I'll reassign its ring once it's built. Oh, would there be a Pokemon on the loose, everybody? Which was the fishy hut, smokehouse, fishy shack. put that... no. We'll put that there and we'll extend that other road out to it.
Dovahkian 05 failed the contract and was unable to eradicate the Deoxys infestation at the office building using the exploding pie. Dovahkian 05's plan was simple: use a giant exploding pie to wipe out Deoxys infestation. Sadly, they miscalculated, ended up inspiring a new Pokemon-obsessed bakery. Now, the office building smells like blueberry chaos. Truly a pieful disaster.
Blueberry chaos, but the Pokemon got away. From the pictures, this is... It shouldn't have survived. It looks like a proper weird creature, that thing there, doesn't it, though? I built the fire splitter, didn't I? Oh, it only tells... Yeah, I built a fire splitter. I need a saw pit, though. Build that straight across the road from it. It's away from the houses. I need a market. That's what I was pausing for a minute, because I needed a market. Because I can't remember how wide they are. But I can't remember where they are. Tannery, thingamajig. Stuff from the top. Trade post, school, festive pole, theatre. No, it's not going to be any of them. It won't be storage, production, because we're in the resources. Cobblers. Defences doesn't matter. It's not going to be under food production. Root cellar. Oh, we need a root cellar shortly as well, now that I think about it. General storage. Temporary shelter. What's it on this category? Oh, there it is, market. Okay, what do we need for a market? A saw pit and a storehouse. Okay, well, we were just saying that. Build a storage house. Up there. And what else was it we said we wanted? Saw pit. That must be in the resources. Saw pit. Oh no, I just put one of these down, didn't I? Yeah, yeah. Just have to be patient and wait for them to crack on and build it. And we get the fishy... Oh, the fishy place is built. That was quick. Work areas. Yeah, I know the work areas tutorial thing, because that's exactly what I came here to do. To maximise our fishy grabbiness. There we go. Is there anywhere else that we had to rejiglify? Yeah, we need to rejiglify this place as well, don't we? That radius gives us the most. Okay. Well, I think the most we're going to get anyway. But they're saying that. Can I rejiglify it to include that? Right, there we go. That gives us also a diversity of them as well. Okay, we'll do that. Hunting cabin. Over there. Storage.
Sorry, I can't send messages directly to users. But I'd be happy to answer any questions about oil rigs here. Or, if you want, I could pretend I'm a mining expert from the depths of Scotland.
oil rigs and mining experts. Sure, we need fishing shack, foragey thing, smokehouse. Just taking all the things, the undesirable buildings, all the way over here because the people don't want them.
Sure. Here's a quick Pokemon quiz for you. 1. What type is Pikachu? 2. Which Pokemon is known as the Fire Horse? 3. What legendary Pokemon is said to control time? 4. Which Pokemon evolves into Gyarados? 5. Name the region where Pokemon Sun and Moon are set. Ready to test your Pokemon acumen?
Yeah, I couldn't answer any of those. Required resources. We need more stone, apparently. Get rid of that for a second. Prioritize that rock. Gotta get rid of it anyway. Yeah, those are set to destroy them. Might as well tell them just to target all that as well. He's banana flavoured, is he? Oh, we need more houses for this. There's winter here already. That's not good. I don't know anything about Pokemon. I only know about the Pokemos. In that you've got to eradicate them all. This building storage is full. Hopefully they got some snacks for the winter then. Fingers crossed. Got to eradicate them all. Just going back to what we were saying about shows, through the day, whilst pottering around, after watching Futurama with Mr. Smith. I wonder if they're going to make any more of that. How many times has it been cancelled now?
Absolutely, Dovakian. Here's a tough one. Which Pokemon was the first to be officially classified as a mythical Pokemon? Answer, Celebi. Also, I demand a muffin as tribute, preferably blueberry.
There we go, that's what I wanted to mark it because I couldn't remember how big it was. Because now I can build some more houses because I've now got the scale. Houses. And I'll also need resources. Well, housing. Yeah, we know this. We know this. Oh no, she gave me the answer in the question as well. One thing for those interested, once we finish Futurama, the daytime show for in the background while you're working is going to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer again. I'm looking forward to watching it again. I know it's only been like a year since I last watched through it anyway, because I watched through it with Little Butter. Little Butter, she loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If I didn't have my tablet when I sat out in the garden, she wasn't interested in sitting on your knee. She'd like climb up on your knee and go, well, you know, where's, you know, where's the tablet at? It's a good little baby. It's cold and wet today. I put a picture on Discord this morning. things were somewhat, they're little babies, somewhat flooded this morning. And it's actually still the same now, if not deeper. Actually, yeah, it is deeper because you can't see this now.
Here's a tricky Pokemon quiz question. What is the only Pokemon that can have the ability Levitate and Gigantamax form? No spoilers, think hard and let me know when you're ready for the answer.
Gather resources. Is that a twig to be gathered? Might as well gather that whilst we're at it. So what type of Pokemon was that, Dovahkiin? Please bear in mind that I haven't implemented memory into AIDA as such. A little bit of road going through there. I take it that this is at 3 times speed, and they are really taking that time. I take it they must have done some sort of balancing with the speed of the villagers. Throughout your town, you have the means to... Yeah, this is all new. All... There's so many that go with trade-in. Oh, we have a point to spend as well. Speed for farmland. What's these ones? You smoked meat. We'll need more fish because that's pretty much what our entire town lives on. Ooh, what one's that, JD? The secret? I don't think I've heard of that one. So many shows. Not enough time. Choppy choppy. Let him go. Captain America couldn't even keep that pace. Get these houses here built and the fishy guy be fishing. Those are achievements now. Crop summary, resources storage, villagers' professions. Oh, I definitely don't know JT. Come on, little villagers. Get that marketplace built. Oh, did I build that smokehouse? I think I did. I think that's over there, isn't it? Yeah, it's over there. This one came out in the 2000s. There's plenty of water. Oh, I just had a funny feeling. We should probably give it a quick save. Just in case. I've only seen like Jamie Lee Curtis in just a handful of things. Because she was in that movie with what's his name? And Faith from
It looks like the message didn't
Buffy.
come through clearly. Can you try again? Or I can help with general TTRPG questions, like character creation or campaign ideas, while I await your specific query.
Aye, that was it, the True Lies one. And she was in NCIS for a bit. But I haven't watched NCIS for a long. How many spin-offs of bloody NCIS are there now? I noticed them, like, you know, because they're all over the Paramount thing. We used to watch NCIS years ago, but just lost interest in it. I mean, how many times can like a sailor be killed in the bushes by a prostitute? You know, it's like CSI. Do they still make CSI? Because I mean that CSI Vegas. I mean, how many times can a hooker be killed in a motel next to a casino? You know. Oh yeah, I'm aware of the Halloween films. I've never watched them. There's only a handful of horror films that I've really ever seen. Yeah, Farming Simulator is definitely a horror one. 23 seasons events. But they've got so many spin-offs now. You've got your main NCIS, which is a spin-off of Jag, if I remember right, anyway. So you've got NCIS, you got an NCIS, is it New Orleans? Did they do an NCIS like Hawaii or something? And then did they do an NCIS, oh, there was another one as well that I saw. I think that there's an NCIS Origins, which is supposed to be like the young Gibbs. They did another spin-off of... Oh, they did an LA one as well, did they? So a New Orleans, LA, Hawaii. And I think there's a Sydney one. I'm sure I saw an NCIS Sydney on that thing. They're definitely milking it for every single location. You're doing Ducky and Abby at college. Yeah, I like their characters back from that, but NCS just I think it just went on too long. And there's another spin-off as well, isn't there? The
Garrett Steele watched
Zebra
the
and Tony
Bouncy
show.
with Dear_Ravenholm is all set to marry Garrett Steele and are going to kill Garrett Steele.
This is all true. I'm going to kill Gary. Mr. Smith and I are actually going to throw him in a canal in a few weeks' time. Is Gary trying to get the farming sim because he loves farming sim so much? Yeah, as well, everybody, don't forget, with Gary just putting the link there for the farming sim, if you do want to buy farming sim, whatever you do not use my code at checkout on the Giants website. Don't purchase it via the Giants website. If you really want to buy Farming Simulator, buy it from Steam, or the Epic Store, or the Xbox Store, or the PlayStation Store. Do not buy it direct from Giant. You will regret it. No thanks, says Happy. You don't want Farming Sim there, Happy? I bet Giants are patting themselves on the back, thinking that they're untouchable still. But I can't be bothered with it anymore. 25 or 22.5. It's put me right off. Put us right off it. Steam or loaded, or play it for free on. Oh, if it's on Game Pass. See, when you say get it unloaded, that doesn't really count because yes, go and buy it unloaded, but you're still buying that code to use it on the Steam store or the Xbox store or PlayStation, whatever. You know, as long as it loads with one of those and not using the bloody Giants loader, because if you lose your CD key, that's it. You've lost your game. And it is a nightmare to buy DLCs and stuff from it as well, because you've got to have CD keys for every single one of them. But get it for a proper store and not bloody Giants. More slaves, accept them. Ooh, look at them pop. You're just gonna skip it, but aww. And we'd all chipped in to buy you every version of Farming Sim. Yes, a few years ago now it was that David McCullen died as well. I quite liked his character as Ducky and Abby as well in them. But I really did not like Denozo at all. He was just a horrible bully, his character was. I hate people like him. And I think JD and we were talking about this a few weeks ago, I think. And you were saying that he was... that in real life he's not a nice bloke as well, if I recall. After that and before it got worse, I keep forgetting I can't remember. I can't do multiple lines on Twitch. But yeah, I haven't watched it for years. I think I've got like a couple of the early seasons on DVD. But that's about it. What is everyone from? We had the Farming Sim 13, which I believe was also just down as Farming Sim. Then you had 15, 17, 19, 22, and now 22 and a half, or masquerading as 25. But there's also a few slight variants. I think, did they not do like a 24 or something like, or a 24 or 23, which was like 22 but on the Switch. And there's also a Farming Sim for kids on the Switch as well. That Gary plays all the time. I'm going to pause for a second. Have we got any more points? Oh, we've got 2 more points to spend. What shall we spend them on? I was thinking about Starfield the other day, Mr. V. Because you know, like, eventually in the future when we finish Fallout 4, I think we have to keep Saturday as, like, Bethesda night. So we might return to Starfield on the Saturday nights once, you know. But this is obviously months down the line because there's loads more to explore in Fallout. Plus the 2 DLCs to do. But I think we're close to destroying the Initiative place, though. Or no, it's not the Initiative, that's Buffy. Institute, that's the one. Can I unlock this? Acquiring for this technology requires Woodlaw. So I want to ask Ada, Bounty, Marry, Kill, Gibbs. Yeah, he harassed Faith so much that she quit the Bull show and she got paid. That was right. I remember that's what we were saying the other day, JD. That horrible bloke. What was that other show? He was in like a sci-fi fantasy type show. It must have been before NCIS. I vaguely remember a few glimpses of it. That's the one, JD. Yeah, Dark Angel. That's the one. This morning I did some Star Trek Online. Oh yeah, we did some Star Trek Online today. Me and Gary. It's a bit of a con. I couldn't play multiplayer. Like you know, we couldn't like play together unless I made a purchase. So there was like a starter pack that Gary recommended that I pick up for, I think it was £9. So I had to buy a starter pack so that we could play a multiplayer mission together.
Did you know Anno 1800 could turn a city into the latest Victorian metropolis? Or would you rather conquer it in a video game duel? Just don't build too many breweries or I'll get suspicious.
too many breweries. General per house within range of a market. Okay, we'll do that because we always need extra money. Ooh, press the play button again. What do we actually need to continue building? Firehouse, wood pit, tanning place, cobblers, lectures. Don't really need.
You're welcome. Just a friendly reminder, if you're concerned about narcissism, chat with a professional. I can't replace a doctor, but I'll happily keep the chat in check. No self-adulation allowed here.
Tanning. Let's slap this over here as well. What was that? Oh, no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong bloody thing. Slap one of those over there. It's going to be like this smoke all over the place there. New officer is tactical officer from Starfleet Discovery. Oh, I did a few customizations on my character. I didn't see them when we were making the character, but when I went to the tailor shop at the station, we got an achievement for something there. When I went to the tailor shop, there was an option to add some extra colours. So because mine's an engineering officer, I put like a yellow stripe on the boots and on the what did you call it? On the skirt. I suppose I was debating whether or not to build a farm right now. But I'm gonna need to, aren't I, Gary? Because I was sort of thinking I'm gonna have to go and Google the crop rotations because I can't be bothered to work them out myself. How far away have I got it? Right, that's in line with that. Oh, that was probably a mistake. I should have put a gap for a fence. Doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. Thought it wasn't going to let me put a path there for a minute. Yeah, we'll let them crack on with that. What else do we need? So we've got a hunter's cabin, we've got one of those, we've got one of them. They're building a farm. We've got a smokehouse. What are we for storage? Storage depot. I thought we built a storage depot. Will that fit on there? Oh, spot on. That'll fit on the end there. Yeah, there we go. Mr. V, the Klingon warrior. I blew up some Klingons this morning. But Gary and I battled Vija. Although we claimed to have battled Vija yesterday, but I think he was very confused. But the day before, I also actually, we were talking about this morning. Oh, what the hell's her name? From the motion picture. Oh, bugger. AIDA, that's it, AIDA. Did it yesterday. I don't think you did, Gary, to be fair. But if we were talking about like AIDA, because AIDA's character features in, despite Vija, Decker, and AIDA having, or technically AIDA, we'll not get into that. Have they like basically ascended, to a higher plane, another dimension, as they say in the film. But what always amuses me is that when you first meet AIDA and she comes on the bridge for the first time, she just smiles at Decker and then takes one look at Kirk and just says, "My oath of celibacy is on record." That's her first lines. It's like, how bad is Kirk's reputation? That's how she introduces herself to the commanding officer. Do we need any more houses? Yes, we're going to need some more houses. I could probably just slap a 1 on the end there just for space's sake, because I know we've got a thing we want it over there as well. Can I put one there? Oh, no, I don't want. No, that's a mine. I can't put it there, but I can put it out there. It's alright. Winter is apparently coming as well. At least we've got enough food at the minute to sustain. But no fish. And no regular wood as well. Oh, hang on. What is it for resource gathering? Yeah, we need to start carving into this. Might as well chop up all this as well. Oh, maybe it's not that. Might as well put this on the table as well, because all that's got to go. So they might as well line up and choppy all that stuff. Might as well get that as well. They'll clear it in their own time. If they survive. Oh, this is going to be really good. The houses I just realised are going to be right on top of the clay pit. It'll be fine. We've leveled up 2 more times though. How do we expand this? Stone cutting. Because what's this saying here? Prerequisite wood law. Or do we need to upgrade that even further, memories? Just fine, I'll upgrade that. We don't upgrade the fish anymore. No, fish are as they are. Make a bit of extra fertile soil as well when we're thinking about it. Right, they're still working on that, I think. Construction halted due to winter. Okay. So we've just got to wait until the winter's end. But it is at maximum speed, so we should be able to get through it quickly enough. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some more Star Trek Online next week. I'll see what I'm like for time tomorrow. Maybe just play a little bit more tomorrow. Do a couple of random quests. But those like quest sort of things, you know, they take like an hour and a half at a time in some cases. So you know, we could do like a quest that'll keep us. We'll like watch it like an episode on the stream on Tuesday. The wolves are coming. Desirability, yeah, we know about that. Get that house built so we can get more slaves. Yay. There's our little fisherman.
Yes?
With a hat. Right, where are we at now? Right, they've still got to work on this, so they'll get to that eventually. Right, what else have we got on the cards for things that we are going to need? What else on food production? I think we've got everything, like at least one of everything currently for food production. Wells, wood splitters, saw pits, tannery, cobbler's shop. We could probably get a cobbler's shop because we can trade the shoes. A Fletcher we don't need. We haven't got any wheat. And a composter yard. Alright, we'll get a one of these on the go. You need a pub. Is there a pub in this? Now that you mentioned that, Happy. Wrong button. 2 seconds. I was going to put down the compostery yard. And then we're going to investigate, because I don't remember if there was a... for Eris. And hello, Eris, as well, if you're watching us on YouTube, on your big screen TV. He sent us a video clip the other day of him sitting in his living room watching the stream on his big TV on the wall. Where is that drunk Eris fella? He's on a bender. Right, they got the dump there built. Let's have a let's have a look on here. I don't know. You think there might be like a special building? Would it be for a pub? Temple to booze? Academy, rat collector, festive pole, school, trade thingamajig, pub. We've got a pub. This requires town centre level 3. But yes, we have a pub and a theatre. So we can get one of those for Eris happy. Library. Monuments. Temporary shelters. Actually, we just need more wood. And we can upgrade the town as well. I'm sure drink before, but I want a good thing. I don't have spare money. I don't know about like everybody exactly, but I don't drink. I never have. Doesn't interest us. And after seeing the state of people when they're having too much drink, definitely put me off it for life. I'd rather have a cup of tea. So I just go for the J2O's orange juice when I'm out. On a rare occasion. Look at them go!
What is it?
She's unstoppable. This is almost built. I'm going to pause the game for a second because... oh, crap. I wondered what that extra lag was coming from. I've left my remote desktop session open. Again. Frodo. That gonna go? I wonder why, like, when I'm sitting here, I'm thinking the fan doesn't normally go that loud. Yeah, not only did I leave that open, I also had my Twitch dashboard open as well. Come on, refresh. I know you want to. Hang on, just while that's doing that. How do you spell it? No. Farthest Frontier crop rotation. Now, I don't know what is a good crop rotation, what is a bad crop rotation. I'm just going to see if I can find one of these images, and that is what we are going to do. Open image in new tab. And whatever this is, I don't know what it is, but that is what we're going to grow. And that is also the order that we are going to grow it in. Yeah, so whatever this is just one of the first 3 or 4 images that came up on the image search. That is what we are going to do, because I cannot be bothered to look it up properly. See, I'm not allowing myself to drink, even if I have. Yeah, save your money and spend it on something more interesting. So, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I only take prescription medication. No drugs. And now, like in the past, 3 coming up on 4 years next year, I don't eat any cakes, biscuits, or sweets or anything like that anymore. You're always a designated driver, so not drinking suits me fine. Yeah, that was pretty much the same with me. Designated driver on night outs and what have you. Yep, still going strong. Ever since that night. I can't remember exactly what year ago it was, but next year will be because it was was it March time, I think? I'd have to check the stream schedule for whatever that's the night, the Stardew Valley night that was supposed to be playing with Chrissy and Royalty. Hang on, that field's done now. Just pause that for a second. Get rid of that. But yeah, just after that, just gave it all up. Occasionally, you know, I sort of think, oh, I really would have liked such and such, but never have. One of those. Lock. Oh, I can't grow this crop because I don't have it unlocked. Actually, this is not a very good. This is growing the same thing over and over again. The hell are these anyway? Clover. Stop. Right, the camera's going to go there because I'm just going over here to grab my web browser window. Reopen, close tab. Oh, it's like, fine, I'll search for it this way. Image. Okay, so what we got that looks like a bit of a diverse crop thing. So I think that's the one I just clicked on because it was right at the very top there. Oh, they're so small, you can't really focus. This is why I didn't want to, because I didn't want to do any of these sort of crops tonight. Here we go. We'll do this one. I don't know what this one is, but I'll just drag that onto my other screen so I can sort of focus on it. Because at least that looks like it's got a bit of diversity to it. There we go. This reason I need to be taking more drugs. Prescribed ones and probably should have more prescription ones. That's the thing as well. I think half the time that they're just on too much bloody medication from the doctors. Oh, hang on, am I looking at the right one? No, technically. Peas. That, and then get them to reset the field. And in the second line we have carrots. Peas. And the third one, this. Oops. And this. Is that right? No. Well, it doesn't matter because I haven't unlocked the other thing yet, so they might as well just do it anyway, and then we'll just reset it when the time comes. Okay, let's jump back to the town. So right, this field is now set up, and we'll just get some wheat on it when we figure out how to unlock it. My doctor was the same. Every time I had a condition, it was, are you sure you don't want these? I said, I think like the do. I mean, especially in Scotland, because obviously it's all free. I remember when we first moved to Scotland, and I went to this is like before we moved to this place. We lived further north, and it was a prescription. It was like a big carrier bag full of stuff. It's just like, oh, you might as well take this equipment as well. It's like all these little bits and bobs and attachments and stuff like that. Oh, hang on. Decoration. Ooh, there'll be a Pokemon loose, everyone.
05. Did you know Hardspace Shipbreaker was developed by Blackbird Interactive and released in 2022? It's all about salvaging derelict ships, satisfying, but watch out for the hazards. Also, I demand a muffin as tribute.
Before Raider gets a muffin, you better get rid of that Pokemon. the warlock staff even happy? You get a firm hit in it and wipe out that Pokemon. Oh, it's dead.
Happy_cat_lady completed the contract and eradicated the Quilladin infestation at the jail using the warlock staff. Once upon a time, Happy_cat_lady faced a Quilladin infestation in the jail. She wielded the warlock staff, summoned a giant yarn ball, and convinced the Quilladins it was a new toy. Peace returned, and she earned her title, Perfect Pest Eliminator.
The perfect pest eliminator. Happy Cat, the destroyer of animals. Wipe them out. All of them. Right, this one's getting the berries. Knowledge gained. Does that mean... Alright, hang on, I'm just going to pause a second again there. We have another point to spend, but we're kind of isolated because I think we really need to get to tier 2. I don't know what this taxation thing is, but it sounds like we're going to get money, so I'm going to do that. Has defeated the chestnut hedgehog. He banished it, good, exactly. Wipe out those pesky Pokemons. Can we get to tier 2? We only need like 20 more wood. I think all of this stuff here was what was lined up for harvesting. They've done quite a job of eradicating all of this. Oh, drought. Oh yeah, we probably should have put some more than 2 wells in, shouldn't we? Let's slap a few more wells down. Ooh, a well will fit there. That'll be alright. We've got 1 well there, 1 well there. One well there. I'm going to stick one here as well, just for future, for when we eventually build down here. Plus as well, the farmer's field. I don't know if that needs water, but we'll have a well next to it now anyway. These people aren't going to be happy when I put this clay pit down, am I? There we go. Well be down. How we doing? We still need 60. We have 53. So that'll be good if we can get to level 2 tonight for town centre. Then we can get more slaves. Don't know where your brains just went. Have you checked behind the fridge? Mr. Smith's probably hidden it behind the fridge. You know what he's like. Let's just put a few temporary bits of road down for future expansion. When you can't get any, I mean, eventually, let's say for example you were to actually develop the entire region. What happens when you can't do any more fruits and berries? Or could you move these trees? Or am I thinking of the other game? Can you move target prioritized? I can't remember if you could move the berry bushes in this, or I could be thinking of Foundation. Maybe you could move them in Foundation. I can't remember. Oh, 1 more wood. 1 more wood. Hooray. Get them cracking with that. But yeah, if we could gather up all the bushes into one little thing, that would definitely be a lot easier for thingamajigging it. So I think, with this being the 1.0, this is going to be technically, I suppose, a lot I don't think would advance as fast, because before we could go like quite fast, but now everything is kind of held in the tech tree. So at least we can then choose what we want to prioritize to get, as opposed to before where it just kind of all just unlocked with the tiers in here. I say in here, you can't see it, but there's a build menu on the side of the screen. Knowledge granted. There we go. This has unlocked a lot more things. Animal husbandry. Tree regrowth rate. Increased disease-resistant crops. That would probably... I'm going to redeem that. But we did the thing. Let's go back to the build menu. Oh yes, now we have other things like a trading post is now unlocked. The school. Well, a festive pole. We don't need a festive pole. The rat catcher. Definitely don't need a temple. That was funny in Foundation. When we had we were forced to have a church in Foundation, and we had the bell rang 24 hours a day continuously. The vault, which we haven't got the result, we haven't even remotely got the resources to build the vault. I don't know why they include that in tier 2. A wagon shop. Wagon shop would be very useful. For transporting stuff. Stick that there. Food production. The bakery. For a bakery though, I think we need other things, or do we? No, I don't need that just yet either. Resources, what have I unlocked? We'll put a few of these bee thingies down because they're handy for generating resources, especially resources for sale. Master Meowkins. Right, let's just put 3 of those down, and they'll get to building it as they go. Pottery place. We haven't got clay yet. Weavers. We aren't growing that thing yet. Candle shop. What else is that it needs? The candle shop. Killing and soap shop. I don't know what this resource is that it needs, and I can't mouse over it to find out what it is. Are you gonna do the are you gonna change it on there so it comes up as Meowkins for Happy Kitten Lady? Happy Cat the Destroyer. What are we at then? That's right, the production's been halted on those because it's winter. I don't know, actually, did we get any resources of this? I wasn't actually paying any attention if we got anything growing on it this time round. What else could we need? Actually, what are we for housing? Housing is... We've got enough spare housing at the minute. It doesn't 100% need us to expand it just at the minute. What else could we do with? So we can't do anything with the bakery because we haven't got any of the other things coming in to work it. Yeah, the Lady of the... What was my Helldiver's ship called? I can't remember what that was called now. I'm sure I put a screenshot on Discord somewhere a while ago. I'll have to have a rummage through and see what it was that I called it. Well, it'd probably be easier just to load up the game again. Can we make it through winter? At least they're still gathering resources for winter. Even if they're not building anything. But we do have quite a lot of resources, apart from wooden planks. I've got a funny feeling that most of our wood is winding up in... although saying that, we did spend all of our wooden planks on here, but I think most of our wood is ending up in the fire splitters. Can we lower production on this rather than just stop production? Because you know, if we stop production, we'll forget come the next year that we forgot to get firewood for winter. I mean, there's only one person working there, so technically it's at slower pace anyway. I don't know. What do I think? Get more slaves. Yeah, yearly taxes collected. What? I don't think you can you? To the colour scheme? Need to grind that game to max out my level. Just add it to my list of fixes. Did you get all the... You've got all the achievements now in Helldivers, though, haven't you, Happy? Yes, confirm save. I'm sure you got all the achievements in it. That also, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of that year is where I'm actually going to leave it for tonight as well there. Pop that on that screen. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up there though for this evening. We'll continue with our city next week. I'm sure it's on next Thursday as well. Chat. We're going to play.
Here's what's coming up in the next 7 days. Friday, Cyberpunk 2077. Saturday, Fallout 4. Sunday, movie night. Monday, Motor Town, Behind the Wheel. Tuesday, Star Trek Online. Wednesday, Alan Wake 2. Thursday, Farthest Frontier. Can't wait to see you all live. Bring your best space antics.
What AIDA just said. There's not really anyone that's on tonight. There's a fella here. I don't recognise the name. I see him online all the time, and I can't remember his real name. I think he's changed his name.
All right. Here's a playful, flirty message for Asmith 501.
We're gonna jump over here. He's playing the World of Warcraft.
501. I promise, I'll make sure our escape is so fun. Even the Large Hadron Collider would be jealous of our energy. Ready for a daring adventure?
Ready for a daring adventure. But we'll jump over. We'll go say hello to this fella here. He's playing the bit of the World of Warcraft tonight. And tomorrow night we'll be back with the second last stream of Cyberpunk 2077. We have 2 side quests to do and a set of races. And then the following week is the final mission, and that will conclude. Actually, sorry, 3 side quests and a set of races. I'll just change that too. And that is us done the entire game, it would seem. And then we're getting ready for Red Dead Redemption 2 for the Friday night game. But yeah, continuing with Fallout as well on Saturday, where we will possibly defeat the Institute Initiative, whatever the hell they're called in this game. But yes, victory for the Minutemen is at hand. I think. Okay, once again, thank you everybody for watching. Have a good night, and we'll go and say hello to this fella. Question is my stream deck going to work, because it has been crashing left, right and bloody centre.
Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.